Located on 65 acres in the heart of the city, the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden has been open to the public since 1875. Dedicated to creating adventure, conserving nature, and serving the community, the zoo attracts over 1.3 million visitors annually. In conjunction with its practical and common-sense approach to managing energy resources, the Cincinnati Zoo has committed to LEED building standards for all construction. To date, the zoo has completed 5 LEED certified projects, helping it to become the greenest zoo in America.
We were the first and only zoo in the United States to commit to building all of our projects to LEED certification standards. That is something that was unprecedented.
The driver for us, really then and now, is being thrifty is how the Cincinnati Zoo succeeds. We're not a zoo that's made out of money. We don't have nearly the money for operating budget and tax support for that the other top 10 zoos in America would have. So doing this actually helps us succeed.
So at the Cincinnati Zoo, we realized that buildings had the most significant impact on our carbon footprint. In fact, it's 85% of our carbon footprint comes from our buildings. We also realized it's a huge part of our $1.6 million utility budget. So when we sat down and talked about how we were going to build our buildings, we said, well, let's build them to LEED standards or LEED certification. And so we started digging into that and find out, what does that actually mean?
What we did at the time was try to work through the design and the specs to try to help walk them through some of the things that they needed to do on the control side to try to hit those LEED marks and get those LEED points as cheaply and as cost effectively as possible.
One of the things you'll hear a lot about LEED is, oh, it's this LEED building, they went for LEED Gold, and it's actually using more energy than a standard building. The reality of it is, you have systems and people that don't know how to operate their equipment, and that's where Siemens and commissioning comes in. So it's not just investing in the HVAC equipment, it's following it up and saying, hey, we are going to invest the proper amount of money in the controls to make sure that the controls work with the design.
The highest rating for a LEED project was awarded to the zoo in 2009 for the entrance complex known as the Vine Street Village, which welcomes visitors while communicating the zoo's sustainability effort.
We are standing here at the Go Green Garden, which was part of our LEED Platinum project that opened in 2009. And it's basically an exhibit that highlights everything the zoo does to go green, but then also encourages our guests to go green as well. You can see pervious pavement for stormwater runoff. You can see a green roof sample. You can see a rain garden. We have a wind turbine. We've got a 10 kilowatt solar array behind me. And then we also have geothermal wells dug throughout the main entryway and here in the Go Green Garden. So that's providing 100% of the total energy needed to heat and cool all of the buildings in the Vine Street Village. You know, we're not just talking the talk, but we really believe in sustainability and what it means.
Leading by example has quickly become part of the zoo's culture, a process that will never be satisfied.
Now we have 5 LEED certified facilities. We have a platinum, we have 3 gold and the silver, and we have 2 more that are in the process of getting certified. And we have 1 more, which is our Africa project, which will be going for LEED Platinum. Phase 1 is complete now. It'll be basically 7 acres, up to $30 million for this complete project to have hippos and crocodiles and lions and cheetahs and giraffes and all these great things. And sustainability, obviously, is a major component of this. And Siemens has been a big proponent of this whole project. They've been a very integral partner. We had them in from day one.
When you start talking about LEED for new buildings, that's one thing. When you start talking about LEED for existing buildings, try taking the oldest zoo structure in the United States and not only making it work, but making it LEED. That's kind of the challenge that Mark threw at my table to try to help figure out. The reptile house, how do we make it LEED? How do we bring it all the way up to a building that would just be built today? And that's really been the challenge. So we're looking at everything from roofing to the materials used. We are hoping that at the end of the day, it'll be a LEED for existing buildings.
Sustainability is not only an investment strategy, but a way to inspire preservation. By adopting an energy-efficient approach to new and existing buildings, the Cincinnati Zoo is truly the greenest zoo in America.
To see the evolution of what we do with our LEED buildings has been a fascinating one, because early on it was some sort of inspiring stretch goal. So it was a big learning curve, but sort of inch by inch getting there, and long-term sustainability is the way we're going to survive in the future. So the saving money side actually makes more sense on a return on investment than we thought when we began it.
The Cincinnati Zoo committed to building all of our future projects to LEED certification, to investing in sustainability. And we have learned that it is not only good for business, it's good for our visitors, and it's good for the environment and the wildlife that we treasure and are working so hard to preserve.